Hi, my name's Phil. I like talking about politics, and on Friday, Donald Trump signed his one big beautiful bill into law. Elon Musk had previously threatened to start a new political party if it happened, as well as fund rivals to any Republicans who supported the bill. Well, Musk has now at least confirmed that he will be creating the new political party, the America Party. So it looks like we're going to get the showdown between political power and financial power. Now, I don't offer financial advice, but I'm thinking now would be a good time to buy shares in Popcorn. But first, for daily news and politics, please click the subscribe button to stay notified. So, on Twitter yesterday, Elon Musk confirmed that he was going to launch the America Party. Now, in my video on the subject last week, I did seem to recall saying that having a party called the America Party, created by an immigrant, may just draw ridicule. But Space Karen clearly isn't listening to me. I did suggest the Revenge Party. That would be more accurate. But anyway, the American Party it is then. Why is it that far-right populists always need to wrap their fake parties in the national name and flag? Is it so that people don't peek behind the scenes? Mind you, this is one far-right populist fake that may do some good. I see that much of the Chinese public are on Musk's side here. They perhaps don't realise that this is a duel between two fakers. As for the rest of us, we don't have to get behind either Trump or Musk, because the aim of this game is that they both lose. Musk's America Party is not going to become a political force. But as I said in my last video, it doesn't need to be. It just needs to take away more votes from the Republicans than it does from the Democrats. In tight midterms, and Musk has talked openly about targeting some particularly tight seats, that may be all that's needed to cause a tsunami of Democratic wins next year. Or at least enough to hand control to them. Now, Musk is a bit of a crackhead, let's be honest, who doesn't always think strategically. But this is how I could see it working. So, first, I expect Musk understands that the strategic aim here is to cost Republicans their seats, not to replace them. Yes, publicly he will have to claim that he intends to win those seats. But I think probably privately recognises what he's doing is helping the Democrats here. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Second, given that he can carefully tailor his political aims to appeal to disaffected Republicans, doesn't matter whether they're MAGA or not, rather than Democratic voters, this will maximise losses to the Republicans whilst minimising losses to the Democrats. Obviously, if you put up a new party, you do risk pulling votes off the Democrats as well. Third, he can say that he will focus his efforts to challenge Republicans in Congress up for re-election who supported the bill. So that would mean, presumably, no America Party candidate up against any Republican who didn't vote for it. He could use this as leverage with primaries. So if a particular area is going to be marginal, and Musk's group could swing it for the Democrats, Musk could say to the Republicans, look, I haven't got a problem with the Republicans winning this seat, but dump your incumbent, get a new candidate who publicly attacks Trump's bill, then I'll have achieved my aims, right? So he will have punished Republicans for supporting the bill, just as he claimed. And if he's successful, and let's say he helps depose a decent number of Republicans, either in the primaries or the election itself, that puts him in a good position to scare the shit out of the rest of them for 2028. After all, I don't think Musk is necessarily acting to install the Democrats into the majority here. He just seems to want the individuals behind the bill to be punished. So this is how I can see it working. Musk builds up this America Party over the next few months to the point where it looks like it could take some votes. Doesn't need to be loud, 5 or 10%, absolutely plenty. When it's time to select candidates, Musk makes it known that he will stand his own candidates against any Republican who backs the bill. So very safe Republican areas won't care at all, of course. But those in tough fights, especially after the devastation Trump will continue to wreak on even MAGA communities, may find it tempting to dump their incumbent. Sorry, they'll be told, but we fear the voters more than Trump, and so should you have done. So he may well help depose some incumbents before they were ready to leave frontline politics. And each one will be a personal affront to the orange one, because this would represent Trump failing to protect his allies. Then the elections themselves. Again, there will be safe seats, which Musk won't be able to touch, but there will be marginals on offer as well. He may only need to grab 5% of the votes to make a big difference in Congress. Remember, JFK Jr. got 0.4% of the vote in the last year's presidential election, and he wasn't even running. Now, if Musk does serious damage in the midterms themselves, that will be much more serious than a slap in the face with a rotten fish for Trump. It will materially weaken him if the Democrats gain control of either chamber, and especially both. Now, it is possible, of course, that Musk will not be able to be effective in either having incumbents dropped in primaries or defeating others in the midterms. But I cannot imagine that Trump will want to take the risk. Although the Orange One did muse on the possibility of deporting Musk if this proves challenging, he will need more weapons to use, I think. This bill actually has the potential to wreck Trump's MAGA project, really, doesn't it? Consider, it's not just a case of the world's richest person wanted to take electoral revenge for the bill. The bill itself deprives millions of Americans of healthcare. It's going to hit people's ability to afford food. This is a bill which hurts MAGA, possibly more so than voters who support the Democrats. See, although the Republicans are the party of the rich, and this bill is definitely a bill for the mega rich, MAGA is an appeal to the poor, often to the very poor. The results of the bill could be stunningly unpopular amongst Trump voters. This bill would already pose a threat to Republicans in the midterms. I'm not entirely clear how much damage it's going to do in the next year, because this is a bill for like the next 10 years. The provisions are very long term, but poor communities, I mean, they're already being hit before this bill was even signed into law. And now add on top of that a new political party funded by the world's richest person, which is going to publicise every form of damage which will come from it and urge people to use their midterm vote to get a Congress which will dismantle parts of the bill as quickly as possible, even though that would require a showdown with Trump. But that'll be the claim. So unless Trump is confident that he will have full authoritarian control of the country, including elections, before autumn 2026 falls, see what I did there, then he's going to have to nip this in the bud. I wonder how many people saw this coming. I mean, yes, most of us expected the close relationship to explode at some point, sooner or later. We're not surprised by that. But how many really imagined that in the space of a matter of months, Musk would go from being Trump's top advisor to embarking on a mission to beat him in the very next set of elections? That is the mother of all relationship bust-ups right there. But how do you think Trump is going to tackle this new threat? How will he aim to make political power beat financial power in the land which all but embraces unfettered capitalism? What is going to be the nature of our entertainment for this summer? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And for more content, you could subscribe to the channel or even join for access to streams and behind the scenes updates. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.